Hey, this is Ryan Solomon, and I wanted to debunk some myths between bagged vacuums and bagless vacuums. Now, some people who are proponents of bagged vacuums like to try to say that bagless vacuums are an inconvenience because when you dump the dirt cup, puts a whole lot of dust in the air, and thus makes the household dirty again. That's not exactly true. What it really depends on is when you empty it. Like, I have my dirt level dynamite right here. You're not able to see it because this is just an audio file, and I'll have a picture loaded up. But I usually empty it usually once or twice, usually every time after I use it, like once or twice after I use it. If you ever seen any of the Ora commercials, they like to show you the dirt cup filled up with dust, where you dump it and a whole bunch of dust falls in the trash can, you get a dust cloud. That might not exactly what probably happen. Most of the time, if you vacuum with a bagless vacuum, maybe like a Dirt Devil Dynamite, or in fact a Dyson, if you want to say a Dyson or anything bagless, the worst you're probably going to have is maybe a little bit of grit, fluffs of dust, maybe worn out carpet fiber. And when you empty it, you're probably not going to have a whole lot of dust. And with a filtered cyclonic bagless vacuum, that means it's a vacuum with a filter inside the dirt cup. The only time you really have that cloud of dust is when you brush off the filter. But I usually do it outside and it doesn't bother me. But not all vacuums have a filter inside the dirt cup. Dyson, for example, has no filters in their dirt cup. In fact, it's outside the dirt cup. Their filters are designed to purify the air instead of trap dust and dirt that is inside the dirt cup. As I said, I used a bagless vacuum. I actually own at least four vacuums right now. I have a Dirt Devil Dynamite, Hoover Wind-Tunnel bagless, Dirt Devil Scorpion hand vac, Eureka 4 one-stick vac. I usually empty them just about every time I use it. Like, clean it, turn it off, empty it, brush off the filter, put it back in. I don't have a dust flying all over the place when I empty out the dirt cup. That's usually a gimmick that some companies like Oric will try to do to try to prove that their vacuums are better. But I always have a bone to pick with bagged vacuums, and this is one bone I like to pick. And sometimes it's filtered cyclonic bagless vacuums with the filter in the dirt cup. I have a bone. This is also a bone to pick with them. They clog. Bagged vacuums clog. Oric will not tell you that. Why? It'll hurt their sales. Because they don't want to tell you that their vacuums do clog. They like to show you that, you pull out the bag and it seals in, you can just throw it away and buy new bags. Here's another challenge with the Oric. Where are you going to buy the bags? You can't buy them at Walmart or your grocery store. They don't sell them. So what do you usually do? Well, either A, drive down maybe 30 miles to your nearest Oric store, which might be in next state, or maybe, let's say, if you live in Hanover and Pennsylvania, and nearest Oric stores in York. That's a pretty long drive just to get vacuum cleaner bags. With the bagless vacuum, there is no bags to worry about. Just dump out the dirt, put it back in, maybe brush off the filter when you're done. If it has a filter in a dirt cup, some won't. Like a Built a Healthy Home or Dyson, anything that's dual cyclonic or multi-cyclonic, they probably will not have a filter in their dirt cup. So all I do is just empty it out, put it back in. Or, as I said, will not tell you that their bags clog, and they actually try to fill up. And here's the thing. All the dust and any dust and dirt that you pick up, and I might be reiterating this verbatim, word by word, that you're most likely going to fill it up with maybe fluff, carpet fluff, dust bunnies, grit, maybe sand, maybe a little bit of dust at the bottom. And you empty it, you bang the dirt cup, maybe a small little bit of dust and dirt will fall out. Nothing big. And also, some bag vacuums, they also have the same problem. their vacuum cleaner bags can also be messy. You might be trying, some are easy. Like, you ever seen the older Electroluxes or these RS vacuums where the bag just slides out, throw away, slide in a new bag? Some are very simple like that. Those are very easy. You don't have to worry about bags. Worry about the mess. Some you have to pull out the bag, throw it away, and try to put in a new bag. Well, that can be messy. And plus, if you run out of bags, you have to run down to the store and buy new bags. How much do they cost? Well, if you own a wind tunnel bag vacuum, and if you go down to your grocery store or somewhere to buy bags, they cost close to around $8. I remember, I can say that because I remember going to SureFind, going to see a wind tunnel bag for a Hoover wind tunnel, which was a genuine bag, $7.99. And I bet you if that's sales tax, probably a little over $8. That's about as much as a pack of cigarettes. That's expensive. As I said, with a bagged vacuum, bagless, there's no bags to worry about. Some might have filters. If you own a Dyson or planning to buy a Dyson, I'm planning to buy a Dyson DC-25 in the summer, or as soon as I can when I save up enough money. Those, no bags, no filters, no belts. Zero, zilch, nada. No money to worry about. You don't have to worry about rushing down to the store and buying bags, or rushing down to the store and buy a filter because your filter has to be replaced, or buy a belt because your belt snapped in the middle of cleaning, or your belt just got worn out because you accidentally caught your cat into the filter, into the brush roll, and it's burning up the belt, or anything like that. Dyson doesn't have that problem. Most of the newer Dysons don't have belts to break. And that's kind of an improvement because they must be listening to what people are saying. So, those are some of the myths. So that's one myth I like to debunk. Sure, and as I said about Dyson, I'll cover that in my next clip I'm about to make pretty soon. So you should be able to see the next clip explaining more about Dyson vacuums and maybe the man who made the vacuum, James Dyson. So I'll probably make a clip about that soon. But anyway, this is the video debunking any myths about bagless vacuums and bag vacuums. So that way you have more of a clearer view of bagged vacuums and bagless vacuums. Thank you.